Some days ago we are supposed to talk about decentralized science, and for some reasons we couldn't proceed with that conversations. And today we are going to be having a deep dive look into DeSci. Okay, so but before we actually, I promised you that I was going to share the top three DeSci with you. Okay, because if you check this list now, you're going to see a couple of coins right here, but I have the favorites amongst them. Those ones that I'm betting on. Okay, those ones that I'm actually interested in. Okay, and I believe that they have this potential to grow. Okay, in that category, in that space, in that niche. So this happens to be the new trend in crypto, and it's something I want you to pay a lot of attention to. All right. And at the moment they are kind of underrated. Okay, so to speak. They don't have much hype, they don't have much celebrity influencers talking about them at the moment. Okay. So, and that's one of the reasons why you want to pay attention to decentralized science. All right. So, but to put in perspective, what is DeSci? Okay. DeSci means that uh, we we are gradually moving from a centralized science to a decentralized science. Now, let me paint a picture for you. Imagine a situation whereby, for those of you who have graduated from maybe the polytechnic or university or college of education, and you have this experience with ResearchGate, with Elsevier, and a couple of other other scientific publishing platforms, you will discover that you know these platforms, in most cases, will ask you for money to get published. Alright? And most scientists, by the time they have to eventually get their research published, it could be like a year or 2 years after that. So there are a lot of delays, in publishing scientific research papers. There are a lot of delays in publishing clinical data. So now, if there are delays, there is a problem. The problem says that for instance, let me say that someone needs a particular access to data, maybe access to a particular data rather, okay, and he couldn't find it. He may need to create an experiment or conduct an experiment to get that data by himself. But assuming that, and don't forget, there is one James somewhere in the world who has done the exact same research, okay, and he has produced the kind of data that Mike is looking for. But for the fact that that data is not too much of interest to the publisher, okay, it's not much of interest to ResearchGate, it's not much of interest to Elsevier, and a couple of other platforms, they might delay publishing that research work. Okay, and by the time that Mike will need that research work, he would not be able to find it. He would not have to go back and conduct his own research. Okay, that is the problem. Okay, that is the problem. So now we now have different platforms solving different problems. In fact, there are even some projects that allows you to rent a lab elsewhere in other part of the world in a decentralized manner. I get all right. So that is the concept behind decentralized science. Okay, platform where you can conduct research. Okay, and if you look at let me give you an example. Let's say that a scientist happens to be a good scientist, is conducting, he wants to conduct a research on maybe a groundbreaking research or something, and after conducting that research, he might decide to patent that idea. Okay, if he feels that this is going to offer a lot of commercial benefits to people, he might decide to apply for patent and patent it. Now, he has the skills, but doesn't have the right funding to embark on such research. Now, in the real world, you have to wait for government, you have to wait for maybe a university, you have to wait for maybe some high net worth individuals, some centralized organization to conduct that research. Now, this side is coming into the equation to solve that problem because you can now seek for funding. Probably you need like $500,000 to conduct your research, 100K to conduct your research, 50K to conduct your research. So people that fund that research through a decentralized autonomous organization will now be able to, they are investing into that research. Okay, it's a business they're doing. Okay, so when you invest in that business, then if that patent is going to be used by an industry in the future, okay, and probably let me say a researcher needs like $500,000 to fund his research work, and probably that research is eventually patented, and is receiving maybe a royalty on that patent, probably like let me say a 10 million on a yearly basis, and that could last for the next 25 years. In that case, if that scientist got funded through DeSci, okay, those that funded that research are definitely going to be part of the beneficiary of that grant, of that reality that is getting from, sorry, that reality that is getting from, what's it called, from the patents. So that is the power of decentralized science. Okay, people, let me say, people who are suffering. Maybe, for instance, now maybe we have thousands of people in the crypto space who are suffering from AA. Okay, who are AA. So being AA is not actually suffering really. Who have AA as their genotype. And those who have AA, I may be wrong. Okay, if I'm wrong, please correct me. Those who have AA, they are known to be suffering from malaria attack, maybe on periodic basis. Now, a scientist now came up with a solution of that they can create a kind of vaccine, regardless of their age or people's age. There could be a vaccine that people will take that vaccine, and it will protect them against any malaria parasite. Now, if government is not willing to fund this kind of project, if big pharmaceutical companies are not willing to fund that kind of project, of course, they are not going to fund it because it means that nobody will pay for anti-malaria drugs anymore. All right. So people can come together in the Web3 space and fund researchers and fund scientists that could develop that solution, and they form a kind of centralized company out of that. So because that is their own pain point, they fund it, and it's a win for everyone. It's a win for the scientists, it's a win for the funder, it's a win for everybody. So that is the concept of decentralized science. So I want you on your own now. I want you to explore it. Okay, there are so many aspects of this clinical experiment, clinical experiment, pharmaceutical experiment, research data. There are so many. It's just the potential in the DeSci is quite enormous, and huge, right? And huge. So, and if this is really undervalued. And why I say it's undervalued is that the entire market cap of DeSci is lesser than $1 billion right now. Okay, less than $1 billion out of $3.31 trillion market. Okay, so if you take your time and select the right project to invest in, okay, if this niche or this category should move to like $15 billion, okay, probably next year, then just imagine how much profit you may have made. So of course, this is not the financial advice. Okay, this is just a review of DeSci and to let you know that there is a lot of potential here. Now, I promised you that I was going to be sharing my top three coins or tokens in that category. Okay, number one is ResearchCoin. Okay, just look at the name, ResearchCoin. All right, ResearchCoin. If you look at this, okay, they only have max supply of 1 billion supply. Okay, and they have a circuit supply of 95.2 million supply. So if you do a lot of fundamental research on this, you will discover that this project is a newly launched project. Okay, last year, it's been just over a year old now, right now. All right. So, and for it to have been existing since last year, okay, there is a likelihood that the inflation rate here is quite low. Of course, it's quite low. Okay, so it is yet to be diluted, and before this can be fully diluted, it's going to take a lot of years from now. Okay, so it's a high risk investment, and the reward could be worth it for you. Okay, it could be worth it for you. So if you want, you can jump on that. Just put like just a random amount of money, like $100, $200, $1,000, depending on how much you can afford to invest into a coin like this. Okay, please don't just invest. Go to the website and see if you're a scientist, and there are things you could explore. Because people are getting grants, people are getting funded, and if you have an idea, you have a scientific idea, There is nothing absolutely stops you from going in and leveraging what you have to make, to fund your dream. Okay, to fund your dream, to make sure that you are able to get some decent grant to fund your project. All right. So I'm gonna come back to this later. And we have Nuco. Okay, Nuco.cloud is another one that I want you to look at. Now, this one is medium risk. Okay, this one is medium risk. Okay, the previous one is high risk. This is medium risk, so they can use that to balance your portfolio with these tokens. Now, the circulating supply is 3.65 million, and the maximum is 50 ever that can exist. Okay, I've checked this and I noticed that these also have a low inflation rate, which is quite impressive. Now the market cap is 10 million, and the FDA and the FDV is around 16.3, is 16.31 million US dollars. So it is worth it. Now if you look at this now, look at the year data. This is a project that has been existing since way back 2021, and throughout the last bull market, it never had any chance to pump. It's just been accumulating along the way, right? And now, sometimes this year, it managed to have a crazy run. Then it is back to the bearish zone. So this token is not in any way overpriced. Okay, it is not in any way overvalued. It is highly undervalued at the moment. So you may want to do your own research on it and see if it's something that you want to explore. You can go to the website, do your research, go to the white paper, conduct, deploy every fundamental analysis tools in your arsenal. Okay, for those of you who are my students, of course you know what to do. Every advanced fundamental analysis tool, deploy it, advanced and basic, deploy everything. Okay, so that you can be sure if this is the right investment for you or not. Okay, then the next one, which is going to be the last one, is Rifampicin. Okay, Rifampicin, that's the next one. Why this is a low risk investment is because, yeah, it is low risk. The reward might also make sense. Is because look at the max supply, look at total supply, and look at circulating supply. There is no more coin going to circulation anymore. It is over. It is over. So you cannot be expecting, if after there is any dump, it could be as a result of maybe the markets, the traders, the investors, trying to sell off what they have. Period. Okay. So it's not going to dump because somebody just unloading so many tokens in the market. No, it's not going to happen because virtually almost everything is in circulation at the moment, right? So I can confirm that, on the Solana blockchain. So this project is built on Solana blockchain, and the Solana hype is also going to flow into it, sooner or later. Then if you look at all the data here, you will see that this also, is a new project. Okay, it's a new project. It had the momentary pump, which is typical of new projects, isn't it? But ever since that period, it is still below the radar. Okay, it is right now, trying to, in the journey of price discovery. Okay, we call this price discovery journey. So this is pretty much the journey of price discovery, and this might actually be a nice time to start doing DeSci on this guy. Okay, for a possible good reward, because by the time you actually enter a super cycle in crypto space, I believe that the industry attention is still going to shift back to these guys. Okay, so by the time you see a lot of influencers talking about DeSci everywhere, trust me, it is almost a little bit too late for you to enter. Because if you come here, look at the top. The top token here, or the top coin here, is Origin Trial, which is track. Okay, the track is currently having a market cap of less than $500 million market cap. Okay, and despite having this market cap, is still among the first one, the first 200. Probably one, two, the position is currently at 173. So at 173, it shows that there's low attention. If you check AI category, those top 3 coins in the AI category, they are among the top 30 coins in the crypto space. But the top three here, even look at number two. Number two is around is number 518 throughout the world. Number three is number is can you just imagine that? It shows that these guys are suffering from a lot of attention. So you want to get involved now before it becomes too late. Okay? Because if you're coming in too late, you likely buy the top. Right? So if this review and analysis makes sense to you, you want to subscribe right now to this channel, turn on the notification bell, okay, and let me know in the comment box, share with your friends, all right, let me know in the comment box, and let me know if you've gained some things from this. So looking at this, this is the look at this chart right here, okay, look at this chart right here, and this guy at some point it is going to break above the all-time high. Okay, it's I don't know, you know, if you look at this, all right. At some point, this guy is definitely going to break out of this. And by the time that happens, okay, and by the time this happens, then definitely you should know that we are ready for that gap pump on this project. So wait for that breakout. If you want to trade, wait for the breakout before you buy, okay. But if you're investing, it's not a bad idea to start buying right now, okay. Because you could have a movement like this. Sorry about that, I made a mistake. Let me correct this. Something like this. Sorry, let me try again. Okay, it could move like this. Okay, break the all-time high, then it moves like that. Can you see that now? So this is likely going to be the floor price. So you can actually buy at different levels. You can buy at 0.92. You can buy at around 0.7. Okay, then you also see you can also have an order. You might just be lucky that the order gets filled. Okay, you can have another order at the opening at this price. This is like the bottom price. Okay, so you can have an order at 0.9 to 0.07 and 0.65. Okay, so whatever you're able to buy at that point, I think you should just hold it. Okay, hold it. That's the only advice I have for you. Hold it. Okay, hold it tight in your Solana wallet and let's see how far you can go from it. So again, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Okay, turn on the notification bell, like the video, share the video, and comment down below. Okay, share with your friends, comment down below if you enjoyed this or not. Okay, have a nice and productive bull season. Don't do this, okay? So don't fade this. Do your research, like I said. Okay, bye and have a great day.